So I discovered last week that I am officially obese. And although this is kind of a quite, to me, what was quite a funny story, I don't really want to make light of it, no pun intended, because although everybody appears to be triggered by everything these days, and often I kind of can't quite work out why people are triggered, weight and diet and weight loss are things that I do totally understand people getting triggered by. And although I know that most of my viewers are of a similar age to me, in their 40s and 50s, for young people in particular, the whole issue of weight fueled by images on social media is something that's really quite serious. So I'm not going to make light of it, although it really was quite amusing. So as many of you will know, I've got a new cardiologist, and I'd been sent to a cardiac stress test, and then last week was the follow-up from that test. So I met with the cardiologist, and they had an assistant or a resident with them, and so they were going through a whole list of things, and he was talking partly to them and sort of partly to me, and you know, the list was in many ways positive, and then he dropped this bombshell in the middle of the list. So he was saying, you know, the cholesterol levels are really good, levels of bad cholesterol are way below what we would consider acceptable. Liver function we'll keep an eye on over the next a couple of months. And then as he's got a stethoscope and he's prodding my stomach, he says, and the patient is mildly obese. Now to me, although I kind of knew that, or I kind of suspected that I did fall within the height and weight levels that make me on the lower end of obese, to me hearing it from a doctor and said in such a blunt and clinical way was kind of like receiving a steel toe cap boot to the soft undercarriage. So after a week when I've been told that I'm obese, it'd be really nice to boost my morale by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. I think a part of the reason why I was a little shocked was, well, the doctor didn't know this, but I have been steadily and responsibly losing weight over about the last 6 months. I've lost about 7 pounds in total, which is not masses, but it's probably the correct way to do it. And I don't know, I thought maybe I deserve some credit for that, but of course he didn't know, and even this reduced weight is higher than it should be for health reasons. Excuse me. That's okay, thanks. Regular viewers of my channel will know exactly where I am. For those who aren't so sure, I'll put a caption below. Now I do realise that by mentioning my own weight loss, I have opened up a little bit of a Pandora's box, because I don't want my channel to become about weight loss. I don't have any expertise or any medical knowledge, and so any advice that I can give would be pretty irresponsible. So I want to steer clear of that. But there is one overriding philosophy that I have for people who just need to lose that small percentage of weight for health reasons like myself. And I will let you know about that philosophy, but I think, so I don't have to shout, I'm going to get off this bridge first and tell you about it just a little further down the trail. so much better, so much quieter. So firstly, a disclaimer: if you are severely overweight, then please, this advice is not for you. Please don't listen to me. But if you need to lose just a small amount of weight, a smaller percentage, 10 pounds maybe, just for health reasons, then I think that this philosophy is fairly solid and sound, and that is that your changes that you make should be small and consistent. Firstly, because then it's something that you can maintain, but also you shouldn't change the flow of your day. You shouldn't go through peaks and troughs of energy throughout your day because you're severely restricting your calorie intake, or you've changed your diet complexion so drastically. If you work an 8-hour shift and normally it's no problem, you shouldn't get to hour 5 and then find that you need to crawl under the table and have a sleep. Or you shouldn't be getting home from work and normally you'd hop on the bike and go for a ride and you just don't have the energy. So make the changes small and consistent and manageable, and that is my advice. Thank you. I'm almost back to my starting point, and it's going to be about 70 kilometers when all said and done, all on gravel, so I'm happy with that. It's a good day's work. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next ride.